This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is a new bridge equation for the inventory changes in wholesale industry. Appendix is, does an increase in imports decrease GDP? In response to Trump's tariff policy, front-loaded imports are increasing sharply. The Federal Reserve Bank kept its policy interest rate unchanged, as expected by the market. In theory, imports are neutral to GDP, but in actual statistics, there is a time lag between imported goods and their use for consumption and investment goods, etc. So they do affect GDP. For more details, please refer to the appendix. From this graph, we can see that the average real GDP, which is a better measure of economic growth rate, has started to decline and is at a growth rate of 1.59%. So far, the rise in inflation that Fed Chairman Powell fears has not occurred. On the contrary, a downward trend has followed, and the inflation growth rate has fallen to around 1%. Fed Chairman Powell maintains that he will not change the policy interest rate until the impact of Trump's tariff policy on the economy becomes clear. But perhaps it would have been appropriate to make a surprise 25 basis point cut in the policy interest rate at the FOMC meeting on May 7th. Former Fed Chairman Alan Greenspan made effective use of surprise interest rate changes. Until last week, inventory changes for wholesale industry have been estimated from census inventory book values and producer price index, which affect inventory valuation adjustment. In order to account for the BEA's adjustment of inventory change due to the sharp increase in imports, the CQM has introduced imported goods into the bridge equation. The estimation results are better after the revision. The bridge equation, which uses imported goods as one of the explanatory variables, projects nominal inventory changes of wholesale industry in 2025 Q2 to be 79 billion, approximately 30 billion higher than the pre-revision forecast of 51.3 billion. Conclusion from this week's US CQM Forecast Alert. The first, in 2025 Q2, the economy remained strong on the income side, but declined to minus 0.27% on the expenditure side. The second, as a better measure of economic growth rate, the average growth rate of both the expenditure and income side is slowing down to 1.59%. The third, inflation has slowing to around 1%. The fourth, at the FOMC meeting on May 7, could Fed Chairman Powell have made a surprise cut in interest rates, as former Fed Chairman Greenspan sometimes did it effectively? Fifth, CQM has introduced imported goods into its estimate of inventory changes of wholesale industry. If you are interested in this topic, does an increase in import decrease GDP? Please read this appendix. This is continued. This is continued. Additional information. The CQM forecast for April and May, when we are taking a break from YouTube, can be seen in the CQM report at www.iteconomy.com.